Welcome back to The Kid at the Back. Every time I say that, it's funny. Anyways, we left off by a important decision. It was this. He asked us if we liked Crowe. Do I want to lie? Do I want to be honest? I don't know, because if I'm gonna get him killed, then I want to say no. I'm gonna say no. For now. What makes you say that? You nervously laugh. And nothing of the sort. Hesitance lingered within his orange orbs, unsure if whether to believe you or not. Wanting to change the subject before he gets any more suspicious, you blurt out the same question he threw at you. How about you, Soul? Surely there is someone you like. He smirks, the very same grin he makes when he teases makes its way up to his ever handsome face. Yeah. Why? Oh, he's so cute. You interested? Wait, that's not his voice. Why? You interested? As if. I'm such a liar. A wild blush erupts from your face as you try to diffuse this topic. Soul chuckles. I look so good. He chuckles from the way you stammer and fidget, his gaze softening. So cute. Yeah. So are you, Saul. Hugo eventually finished. Oh, he's still there. I forgot about him. He's just third-wheeling. He eventually finished his own box, tucking it away and wrapping it back up. Standing up from the bench, Hugo stretched out his limbs and paced a few steps forward before turning to look at you and Soul with his hands on his hips. Is this what you guys do every day? Or at least when you both get together? You raise the question. Hugo turns his head to you with a slight tilt. What do you mean? You mean Soul giving me lunch? He just keeps forgetting to bring his own. Hugo pouts. And you never finish yours, so I do the honors of ever finishing good food, thank you very much. Those bento box art, what inspired them, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, you didn't know? Shut it, Go-Go. Go-Go? Oh, Hugo, Go-Go. Nice. Go-Go? Oh, now we're using nicknames now, Sonny? How sweet of you! You see here, Penny, my old pal here just makes food art like the typical artist that he is. But he never bothers to finish it, much less eat it. And he really loves cute things like... me. With a finger under his chin, Hugo ponders for a short moment, trying to remember something from the top of his head, but to no avail. Soul looks pissed. He turns to his friend, his arms crossed, seemingly uninterested in answering whatever inquiry Hugo's going to throw at him. What was the name of your plushed horse, Sonny? He has a plushed horse? Oh, he just keeps getting cuter. Like hell I am answering that. Boo! Yeah, boo. He owns a plush horse? Soul owns plushies? That's adorable. Oh, he's blushing! Soul bites his lips, his face turning red upon the reveal of his little secret. That's so cute. You're just full of surprises, Soul. He says nothing as he fixes his choker. The red blush tinting his face makes its way to the tip of his ear. but appreciates your compliment nonetheless. Looks can be deceiving. I don't know about that, because I've seen him literally murder someone. Well, the aftermath, actually. This makes you wonder, why do people never bother to notice him? Why don't people want to get to know him? Maybe they just never gave him the chance because of how he looks, not to mention his intimidating height. But he isn't like that at all. In fact, he can be considered as a gentle giant. Yeah, a gentle giant who kills people. Sure. Time passed for a while, and now Hugo and Sol are both leaning against the railings, observing the view below them. Curious, you make your way to where they were. Hugo and Sol seem to be looking at something below, their faces solemn and serious. Hugo's face is blank, while Sol's expression is a mixture of irritation and aggravation. You look down, and there you see a group of well-dressed people, but what makes them stand out is not from the way they dress, but from the way they carry themselves. They're clearly not from here. Another school? But the school's logo on their uniform's chest pocket says otherwise. They look so fancy. They look rich. Dangerous. You couldn't help but hold your gaze on the tallest one in the group. An adult man. You're guessing that he must be a staff member, maybe a teacher, but what sticks out about him is the eye patch on his face and a large scar behind it. Pirate? Sends a shiver down your spine. Tsk. High-class mugs. Sol exclaims, pure disgust coating his tone, not hiding it a single bit, as he pulls away from the railings and returns to the benches where you last were. Okay. High class? Ah! You don't know about the hierarchy, Penny? No, not that I'm aware of. There's a hierarchy? I mean, popular kids, but dude, this is the first time I've ever heard of it. How come I've never heard or seen one of them throughout my school years here? Hugo lets out a low chuckle, his attention is still on the group below him. Then his gaze darkened. The usual happy-go-lucky attitude you've come to know disappeared in a flash, as if the person before you is a whole different person. I don't blame you. No one likes talking about them anyway. Oh! I'm saving. About the hierarchy, high class. Hierarchy. How come I've never heard of the hierarchy before? It's like a hidden thing, but that's what we call it. The school, no, the entire city, it's like a fighting pit. Whoever is the most powerful has a better chance in living a good life here. People come to the school to gain a second chance in life, but to achieve that you have to make yourself well known. Make them think you're worth their time. If not, you're on your own. Oh, I can ask both. He sends a chilling glare down at the group below. This school building isn't actually the real thing. Wait, what? But the school map clearly says that the address is... That's where they actually fool you. You might think you got it right, but we are sorta based on our background. The real school building? Wait, what? The real school building? Way farther than where we are, and their campus is 10 times bigger and better. What? So I got into a school, but I got put into the low income section? They get proper classes, have better equipment, everything is just better. Here, we only get the short end of the stick, the afterthought, if you will. If I have to guess, the well-off are in the main building? That's right. Son of a duke. Oh, son of a duke. Daughter of a businessman. Heck, as long as you're rich, you're in. Oh. Your chances for having better education rests there. If you're part of the high class, then you'll have a better chance of having a successful and stable life. But don't we have students here who are, like, super rich? You recall Crowe introducing you to Jess, her being a daughter of a family owning a large company. Oh yeah. How come she's not part of the high class? There are some who ended up shifted down and moved to our building. Either they failed the class or got a violation. They didn't want that type of stain on their reputation, so they sent them here. Of course, some didn't appreciate that. They see us as someone lower than them. Hence, Hugo glances back at Saul, the said male now busying himself with his sketch pad. A soft look flashed in his eyes, like how a mother would worry over their child. There, you understood something. Oh. They have to fight the weak to feel something, huh? They sound like nothing but bullies. Yeah. How come someone didn't step up to complain? Hugo laughs at your words as if you told him the best joke of his life. He shakes his head in disagreement. If only it was that easy. His laughter dies down, his expression back to being solemn as he scratches the back of his head. Actually, Penny, in this city, no one really gives a shit. Oh. Money's the only thing revolving around this city. You got no cash, you're done for. Which is why people like us. He turns to look at you dead in the eyes. Are desperate to get into the higher class. If you so dare complain. He pauses, contemplating on the next set of words he's going to say, his mouth opening and closing like a guppy out of water. Instead, he gives you a warning look. His sky blue eyes that once reminded you of summer skies are now cold, like sharp icicles about to pierce you. You're better off dead. Okay. With one last look below, Hugo lets out a sigh as he turns to look somewhere else, trying to shove away the thoughts clouding his mind. But that's the sad reality here. The attention is good, great even. Your chances to get a stable life and even have a knock to stardom is high once you're a part of the high class, much less graduate there. Oh, I've asked everything, I guess. Yep. This city is corrupted. Yeah, clearly. He mutters under his breath. Which makes me question, Penny. How were you able to get in the city? The better question is, why did you enroll in this school, if you don't mind me asking, that is? You're clearly not from here. Ooh, my backstory, okay. Your eyes widen at the words that the well-dressed man said. No, I refuse. Penny, I thought, okay. Anyways, you're not taking this farm, my home. You cut your father's words off. Oh, okay. Marching towards the tall man with loud and heavy footsteps. The tall man, however, raised a brow at you. Oh. Is the tall man someone's father? It has to be. Raised a brow at you, raising his hand to halt his men. His deep magenta eyes then turned to look straight in your eyes. It sent a chill down your spine. Oh! Whoa. A bit feisty, seeing that this is our first time meeting, right? Who's this? He's got some sexy jewelry going on. Let me introduce myself first. My name is... What? You may call me Mr. Z. Oh, I don't remember because I was a child. Okay. And as for our little agenda, how about this, little lamb? Don't call me that. You don't know me like that. Weirdo. If you manage to pay off your debt for the next 5 years, I'll let you off the hook and let you keep your land. 5 years? You can handle that. Maybe working 3 jobs would do it for you. He tuts, waving a finger in front of your face. He looks down at you, reminding you of your place. A mischievous smile appearing on his handsome features. But I have some conditions you need to meet. You went silent. Your heart starts pounding in your chest as you kept eye contact with his sharp magenta orbs. I want you to stay in the city. The city? Who is this? It's either Saul or Crowe's father. I'm calling it right now. If I'm wrong, shit. But I think I'm right. But we can't even afford to take her to college. What more moving in the city? Your father interrupts the man mid-sentence. The man merely gives your father a side glance, making the old man freeze on his feet before returning his gaze back to you. No need to worry. She'll be under my jurisdiction, of course. I'll provide for her education and accommodation. Oh. Suddenly he burst out in laughter, throwing his head back a bit as if he just heard a very funny joke. What the heck? See, I'm not that cruel. Wouldn't you agree, Penny? But just like I said before, I want you to pay off your debt. Land doesn't come in cheap, darling. And I've been very patient with how long this land's payment's been postponed. That! Okay! Why all up in my face? A sudden jerk on your collar made your heart jump. His face now mere inches away from yours, his brows furrowed in anger and filled with spite. Penny! What? He screams at your father, not sparing him a glance as he kept his hold on your collar. You try to claw his hands away from it, but to no avail, seeing that you are losing more air the more you struggle. Listen here, punk. I don't care what kind of method you're going to do in order to make money. A dark smile appeared on his face. It sends a shiver down your spine. Or is it just someone that Saul is gonna kill for me, maybe? That might be the most plausible option, if I think about it. Being a good citizen and be a good citizen and get a part-time job like the rest, or whore yourself out in strip clubs. The fuck? Legal or illegal? I don't fucking care. As long as you reach the amount. If not, well, you can say goodbye to your little farmland. He says that, but there was a gleam in his eyes that is telling you that that's not all. Letting go of your collar, he steps back as you greedily take in the air that you lost. Damn, he choked me. Tears making its way toward your eyes, threatening to drop. So, little fawn, what is it going to be? You bit the bottom of your lip. You turn to look at your father. His eyes were clearly telling you to decline. Well, obviously, I took the bait. You didn't want to comply to this man's words, much less take his offer. You think he might throw you another form of debt by letting him fund you to go to the city. There was something about this man that screams dangerous. Yeah, I don't trust this guy. But you were too desperate to not lose your home. Your only home. Tick-tock, sweet thing. I haven't got all day. The tall man's gaze still fixed on you, waiting for your answer. Do you accept? Well, yeah. You recall the dream you had this morning. It felt as if it happened yesterday. Despite the events that happened nearly 4 years ago, you're still being haunted by the deal the tall man offered you. Hugo observes the way your face hardened, the way your eyebrows arched, and a drop of sweat dropping amidst the cool autumn wind. There, he understood. Let me guess, it's something you can't avoid? I honestly don't know. My father never really disclosed as to why we were in debt. But I was so desperate to not lose my only home. I need to make it up to the higher class no matter what. 3 jobs isn't cutting off the way I want it to be. I'm running out of time. This is my last year in this cursed university and I'm barely making any progress. Hugo's gaze remains on your figure. You realize you haven't answered his question yet. My family owns a farm in the south. You finally speak, making Hugo perk up his eyebrows in curiosity. Ooh, what sort of farm does your family have? Oh well, we have some wheat fields and we tend to animals such as cows and horses. Oh. Horses? Bet Saul's going to love that place. Why would Saul love that? Is he going to come there or what? Huh. That sounds nice. I'd love to be out of the city once in a while. Oh, you give him a small smile. Yeah, some might say it's boring, but it's not. You get to pet horses and cows. Well, you should really invite me, or even Saul over, then if ever. Oh, a little wink. Having you give us a tour there would be a great change of scenery. But that means you're a long way from home. Don't you miss it? Saving again. A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. That's alright. It's normal to feel a little homesick. I heard great things about this city, about this school. Hugo remained quiet, listening to you as you went on. If I can manage to come on top and maybe part of the higher class like you said, then I can maybe save my family's farm. Crossing his arms, he says nothing as he looks at you one last time before letting out an endearing chuckle. You remind me of her. Who? Who? Your mom? Like her? Ah! I'm rambling. Don't mind me, haha. Okay, that was weird. Having caught red-handed, he waves his hands around in slight panic, his face now red as a cherry. You tilt your head in confusion. Just then, you felt a presence behind you. Turning around, you're met with Saul. His gaze is stingy and directed at Hugo. The shorter male, however, didn't mind it, probably used to it. It's almost time. We should head back. Alright. With nothing else to do, the 3 of you left the rooftop. You take 1 step down, looking up and ready to converse with Saul and Hugo, when you suddenly lose your footing. Penny! Whoa! You right there, Penny? Yeah, thank you, Saul. Eyes wide in shock, you hold onto Saul's arm tight, his other arm wrapped around your waist, as he pulls you close to his chest. Oh, you can feel both of your heartbeats run. Both of mine too. Pulling away, you steady your footing, observing the stairs, cursing at how weirdly formed it is. Be careful next time. Sheesh, this school and its bad architecture. Also one of the few flaws here. The stairs are all wonky. It's also why it's forbidden to go up here. We're troublemakers though. He's so cute. Hugo lets out a cocky grin, then goes down the stairs with much ease as if it's nothing to him. What a fucking menace. Turning to Saul, you grab hold of his shoulder. He did not mind as you use him as a guide in descending down the stairs. Yay. Probably like that physical contact. The school bell rang throughout the hallway, signaling the start of next classes. Hugo lets out a groan. I don't want to go to class. I don't want to go to class. I hate my history teacher as much as my coach in archery. You have a coach in archery? He's gotta be rich. Why don't you skip then? Hugo's eyes popped open. It became bright like a light bulb appearing out of his head and lighting up. Saul's not exactly what that look means. Don't tell me you're actually. I'm going to skip class! I'm going to skip class! How about it? Fuck this school! They're going to treat us badly, then let's be the bad guys! He's so cute. Saul looks so done with this bullshit. A mischievous look makes its way to Hugo's face. Are they going to ask me to skip class with them? Saul already knew what that looks mean. Sighing as he did so, he turns to you, waiting for your response to Hugo's offer. The thought of skipping is quite a gamble. Your next class is with Crowe in art history. Ooh, that's another choice. But then again, your teacher would probably only do some boring-ass introduction. Missing one wouldn't hurt, would it? Fuck it, we skip. The thing is, realistically, I would stay because I don't like getting in trouble. I don't know if I've ever skipped class in college. Yeah, I skipped class all the time. It's not a big deal because it wasn't, you didn't have to come to class in a university. You just had to read at home, which is more work, but who cares? You know what? Fuck it, we skip. Hugo lets out a small cheer and gives you a Saul is smiling and gives you a thumbs up. Saul gives you a cheeky smile of his own. But how do we do that though? Obviously we can't go through the entrance since it is closed and guarded. I know a way. Saul! Oh, he's probably skipped a whole lot. Without wasting any more time, Saul leads the way, going through the backside of the school near the gardens. Is that the shed? Are they going to show me the shed? The edges, of course, were barricaded by a tall iron fence. Saul finds a bush and pushes it aside, revealing a gaping hole. Well, that's quite convenient. Did you make this hole, Saul? He did. He did. I did! I did! Hugo went ahead first through the hole. Saul waits for you first, before following right after. What are we getting up to now? The three of you went past a few bushes and shrubs, the leaves falling as you passed by them. The red and orange leaves scattering around and some making its way to your uniform before you all eventually made it out and met with pavement. Oh, that's where I was with Crowe yesterday. So, where do we go? Hugo thought for a moment, looking around before pulling out his phone. Suddenly he lets out a gasp, scrolling through his phone faster before gripping on Saul's shoulder, earning him a hiss from the taller male. Sherlock Holmes is out! My ears. Oh yeah, it's that detective movie I keep seeing on the television. I thought that won't come out till next week. Did I set the day wrong? With that, Hugo started sprinting, leaving you and Saul behind. It's just me and you now, buddy. For the love of. Saul placed his hands on his hips before walking to where Hugo ran off to as you followed. Oh, so we're all going to the cinema, okay. Hugo kept tapping away on his phone. His shoulders went slump. Guess he did get the date wrong. Shoving his phone back in his pocket, he turned to you and Sol. He clasped his hands together and pulled the biggest puppy eyes you've ever seen. Oh, you've got to watch it! Can we, Penny? Can we, Sonny? He's like our baby. Hugo begged. You can go ahead and watch the movie. I'm going to roam the arcade while you're at it. Hugo pouted, his eyes went half-lidded, and the sparkle in his eyes was gone. But it's more fun if you're around. I know you like those crime videos you watch from time to time, so please. Sol, however, based off of his expression, isn't in the mood. Hugo gives up and turns to you. Oh, I have to pick between them. How about you, Penny? Would you like to watch the movie with me? The ticket and food's on me, of course. I'm going to go to the arcade. 'Cause, yeah. Hugo shrugs. Alright, go on your little impromptu date then. Besides, I don't want to third wheel either way. Date? You're the one who decided we should skip class and do wherever we want. Yeah, and I want to watch a movie. Well, don't let me stop you two. He's so pissed. Hugo stuck his tongue out at Sol. The said male only rolled his eyes. Well, I'll be heading in now. I'll just give you guys a call on where to meet. Sure. You and Hugo parted ways. He gave you both a wave before heading in a different direction. Sol turns to you. Should we get going, Penny? Of course. Ooh. The flashing neon lights of the arcade's exterior lights your way. The sound of each arcade machine reaching your ears. I've never been here before. Is this place new? Not really. It's just hidden within the city. I see. Do you get out a lot, Sol? You seem to know places. Yeah, he does. I know places because I get my ass dragged by Hugo. Is that so? You laughed. Sol just shrugged as he shook his head. He takes out a few coins from his pocket before handing it to you. They were tokens. So, which one are you going for first? Wow, you came in prepared. As always. Come on. It's fucking hot. Sol holds out his hand and you accepted it. He held it tight with a light squeeze as you and him roam around the arcade. That's so fucking cute. You and Sol went and played multiple arcade games. Some you win and some he does. But you often get the feeling he lets you win for the sake of you winning. Come on, Sol. This is like the 5th time I won. Ain't no way you're this bad. Maybe you're just that good, Penny. You flatter me. Just as when you're about to insert another coin, however, you realize you've ran out of tokens. Sol takes notice of this, of course, and gave out some of his to you. I'll go to the counter and grab a few more tokens. You don't mind staying here for a bit, right? Oh, how much should I pay you for the tokens? It's on me, don't worry about it. Wait here. Love that he's spending money on me. Giving you one last look, he hurriedly went to the counter. You looked around the area. The dinging sounds from the various machines filled the arcade. From the corner of your eye, you spot a claw machine. Maybe playing a few games wouldn't hurt. Going to the claw machine, you check the contents inside. A cat plushie, a Shiba Inu plushie, and a horse plushie. They all look so cute. Which one should I try to win? Let me think. I want the Shiba Inu. I love Shiba Inus. They're so cute. You tapped on the transparent glass, cooing at the cute Shiba Inu plush. You will be mine. But before you could insert a token in the coin slot, you were interrupted by something. Or rather, someone. What the fuck? Well, 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 what do we have here? Tall young man. You turn around and met with a tall figure, a cocky smirk on his face. He looks well off, like those typical spoiled rich kids you see in movies. His hair a bit tousled, with two men you assume are his bodyguards beside him. He reeks of tobacco, making you gag. You said nothing but tried to move away from his sight, but you were stopped by another tall figure. You were guessing he's with this asshole. Now where do you think you're going there, sweetheart? You alone? Yes, and I would pretty much prefer to be alone. Thank you very much. The man, however, did not listen. Men. God, they just can't seem to leave a girl alone. Why don't you come with me and I'll show you how these games are played? He raised his hand to reach your shoulders. Before he could touch you, however, you kicked him between his legs. He doubled over and clenched his lower region, a groan escaping his lips. His goons were taken aback and rushed to help him. Now's my chance! Don't let her get away! Oh my god. Multiple heavy footsteps were coming after you as you ran. You turned every corner you can, trying to make them lose you. But 3 against 1 is not a good matchup. No, it's not. Anyone, please, someone, help me! Oh god, this is scary. You pleaded, but the multiple sound effects and music from each machine within the arcade drowns your pleas. Oh my, am I gonna get murdered in the arcade? You cursed under your breath as you focused on running. All you can think about at the moment is to get out. Oh. You manage to get out of the arcade, but you can still clearly hear the man and his goons on your trail. You looked around and you find a few toilet stalls. You rushed towards it and got in a stall, hurriedly opening "Where's Saul when I need him?" and locking it as soon as you got in. Oh god. The place stinks, but you didn't give it another thought as the beating of your heart rings through your ears. Saul, please come and help me. Now I need your murderous instinct to take care of business, okay? Now it's okay. Now you can bring out the axe. Tears filling up the corners of your eyes. You hear footsteps. Find her! The man's voice echoed. You tried to think of something, and you thought of calling Saul. You quickly took out your phone. No signal. Are you for real right now? Yeah, that's really convenient. When I'm in a life or death situation. You can hear how aggressive they tore open each stall. They creep closer and closer to where you are. Oh god. Anyone, please. Oh. Here you are. No, please. You've been a very bad girl. But don't worry, you can make it up to me by doing me a favor. Fuck you and your favors. I've been kind to you, but it seems you want to do it the hard way. Who is this man? You forcefully grabbed the edge of your uniform. Your eyes went wide as your fingers went cold. You quickly grab hold of his wrist as you try to push him away. He's too strong. He forcefully lifts up your uniform, revealing your stomach to him. You're going to give me a good time, little darling. Is he gonna rape me? Boys, hold her down. No, fuck off. Let me go. The tears that were hanging by finally fell down your cheeks as you tried to stop him from going any further. Oh no, I don't like this. The 2 large men with him held you down as you try and struggle, but to no avail. Your vision is slowly being blinded by the hot tears that are filling up. It's no use, his grip is too strong and there is no one near to hear me. Saul. No, I can't just accept that. You closed your eyes shut. Please just end quickly. Oh no, poor baby. What? Oh! Judging from the impact, the man's body was jerked off of you as he was thrown to the side. You hear flesh hitting flesh. And another one. That's someone's bone cracking. That's enough, Soul. Not yet. That's enough. You broke his nose already. No. Soul? Damn! That's enough! Penny needs your help! At the mention of your name, the familiar reddish-orange eyes went wide open before turning to you. Saul quickly went to your side, his eyes wide with shock before crouching down and giving you a hug, his shoulders shaking as he embraces you. You said nothing, however, too stunned to speak to what transpired before you. The man now lay still on the ground, a pool of blood seeping out of him. The rest of his goons passed out on a random corner. Thank God they came. You looked up and met with all too familiar eyes of Hugo, but they weren't the kind ones you usually see on his face. Hugo's eyes twitched as he sighed, trying to hide his visible irritation, but failing. He looks around at the mess Saul made before turning to check up on you. Shit. He said nothing, hands in his pockets, while he looks down at you in Saul's embrace. It's getting quite late. We should head home. Hugo tapped Saul's shoulders, making the tall male bury his face further in between your neck before eventually letting go. Oh, he's so worried. His eyes were bloodshot, his face red from either anger or worry. You aren't sure, but one thing for sure is that this man before you cried. He cried. Oh, he cried for you. Oh, baby. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have left you. Saul. Thank you for saving me. You reach out to cup his cheek. He flinches at the touch. Oh. Tears that he was trying to hold back is now flowing freely down his cheeks. He eventually relaxed as he closed his eyes and leaned onto your hand as he held it. I don't know what I'll do if... It's okay, it's alright. Oh. Here. Beside you, Hugo extended his hand for you to take. You took Hugo's hand as he helped you get up. Saul stands as well, but backs away from you a few steps. We should head back home. It's quite late, after all. Both you and Saul didn't say anything, but nod along. Hugo gives both of you a smile before walking away. Damn, I was almost SA'd right there. I mean, whoa. Saul kept a firm hold of your hand, seemingly afraid to let you go. Hugo lets out a sigh. I guess we can't get in that arcade anymore. Those guys might come back to teach us a lesson. If they ever come back, I'll give them more than just a broken nose. You're pretty scary right now, Saul. Good. I'd like to keep it that way. Hugo shakes his head. He rummaged through his pockets before handing Saul something. You didn't quite see what it was, but judging on the scowl on Saul's face, he doesn't like it. I told you these don't work anymore. It's because you aren't taking it, you fool. Now take it tonight. Saul, pills? Saul grumbled like a child who got scolded before taking whatever Hugo gave to him and tucked it in his pockets. Anyway, your place is just around this corner. You should head back as soon as possible. I'll be taking Penny home. No, I want to go with Saul. Sol's eyes narrowed. He went from holding your hand to wrapping his arm around yours in a possessive manner as he leaned closer and glared at Hugo. No, I can walk her home. Clearly, you're not in a good condition to fight again. I can fight again. There was something in Hugo's eyes that made your blood run cold. The usual happy-go-lucky expression he had on his face was gone. You take a look back at Sol, noticing how unfazed he seemed, as if challenging Hugo. Hugo's right, Sol. You look beaten up. But Penny, oh, his eyes are so red. Oh, my poor baby. I mean, I'm the poor baby, but he just wants to follow me home. But Penny, at least she knows her limits. Sol says nothing but clenches his fist. You notice a few red marks on his knuckles. Your eyes furrowed. I'm fine, Penny. Sol tries to reassure you. You shook your head no. Well, for me, you aren't. You look up and gave him a reassuring smile. I'll be fine, Sol. Besides, I have Hugo to keep me safe. You go home first and get some rest. He does not want that. Alright. Oh, good boy. Good boy. For listening to me. He squeezed your hands, too hesitant to let you go, before his hold eventually slipped as he lets go. With that, Sol takes his leave. He walks backwards, his eyes still on you, making sure you're in his sight before properly walking front. Hugo sighs. You turn to face him. Well, ain't he a charmer? Is it working? You raised a brow at his question, and he's such a good wingman. Working what? Charming you, obviously. Don't worry, this is a secret between you and me. He says with a finger on his lips and a wink. You blushed. He's nice. I owe him my life after that. And? You chuckled, thinking about the long-haired male. He is handsome. I'll admit that. Yeah. Uh-huh. What's with that smirk on your face? Oh, before you could retaliate with a question, his gaze softened, taking you a bit aback as he looked down on the pavement below, kicking a pebble. Have you ever liked someone, Penny? Why is he blushing, though? What's with this sudden question? Just answer. You paused as you thought for a second, and the first person that appeared in your mind was, oh, it's between them two. I'm saying Sol. Sorry, Crowe. You've been replaced. Momentarily, you thought of Sol. How he protected you. How he didn't hesitate to beat those guys down. The pure terror in his eyes. How worried he was. You couldn't get it out of your head. He's been an amazing friend. Even if he did beat up those guys. Non-stop. Is it a red flag? Maybe. Yes! Do you care? You care. You should care. Maybe not. It's a huge red flag, but... that's not our problem yet. Because we don't know what he's capable of doing yet. A smile made its way to your face, and it was enough of a confirmation for Hugo. Eventually, you arrived at the door of your apartment. You thanked Hugo for accompanying you. He gives you a smile, rubbing the back of his head. I'll see you tomorrow, Penny. Sorry the day didn't go well. It's okay, Hugo, but we're going to have a proper plan next time. Of course! Aww. Hugo nodded. He turned his heel, his back facing you, ready to leave, but he remained still on his spot. Penny? Yes? Be careful walking late at night, okay? You paused, turning your head slightly at him. There's been multiple cases of missing people lately. I suggest you go home with someone. Anyone. Just don't go alone, alright? I understand. Missing people? When did that happen? No, when did it start? Oh, and one last thing, Penny? He turned his head around. As he looks at your confused face, his eyes soft, but the light against him seems like he's giving you a warning. Take care of Saul for me, okay? Okay. Is he obsessed with Saul or something? And with that, he left. You entered your apartment, the lights dim as you groan, searching for the light switch. Much better. You nod in approval before heading to your kitchen. Oh, cozy. You open your fridge and started rummaging around for something to eat. Oh, I forgot to do my groceries! You let out an irritated sigh, seeing there is nothing good besides the leftovers from yesterday's dinner. You shrug, deciding to heat this one up after you set your things down. You don't really feel like cooking or ordering either. Sighing one last time, you close the door to your fridge as you made your way to your room. You place your school bag near your desk as you take your seat, skimming through the notes you've taken for the day as you wrote down needed notes. You clicked your tongue as you tapped your blank notebook with the tip of your pen, going on with your silent staring contest with a blank paper before you. You let out a groan. Deciding to do work later, you closed your notebook and stood up. You turned to your window, noticing it being slightly ajar. That's weird. I thought I closed this. Who could that be? You went near to close it shut, but was met with a now broken lock. You cursed. I thought I already replaced this 2 days ago. Maybe I shouldn't buy my locks online. Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't romanticize serial killers, but I mean, who cares? You let out a groan as you left it alone and went out of your room and into your living room. Your TV blared as you munched on some leftovers you got from the fridge, a movie currently playing as you kept your eyes on the protagonist. If you recall correctly, it's one of those films Jess keeps talking about, starring her favorite lead actor. You kind of get what she was gushing about. The lead does look attractive. Blonde, wavy hair with sharp eyes, with eyes as pink as fuchsia. And you still can't remember the actor's name. You took out your phone as you start to search up the name of the actor when it suddenly changed, and instead of the blonde actor on the screen, a report comes instead with banner below. Another missing person case? Is this what Hugo was talking about? A shiver went up your spine, remembering the broken lock on your window back in your bedroom. Nuh-uh. Not tonight, Penny. No scary thoughts for tonight. I mean, he can't kidnap me because, we hang out, so. Turning off the TV, you went to your kitchen to grab something to drink. You opened your fridge, feeling the cold air hitting your face as you rummaged through. Taking out a pitcher of orange juice, you take a glass from your cupboards as you pour the juice to the last drop, taking a sip from it. You check the clock on the wall. 9:30 p.m. That late already, huh? You check your front door and windows, seeing everything locked before grabbing your glass and finishing the last drops of the orange juice before heading back to your bedroom. I don't like this. Now just in your nightwear, you let out one last stretch, a yawn escaping from your mouth. Getting in your bed sheets, you laid in comfort. Is someone in my closet? Today was a lot, you thought. Another yawn escaped your lips. You must be really tired, you thought, your eyes going half-lidded. And eventually sleep took over. The moon was high up in the sky. The night is quiet, save for a few honks from late night cars, but all of that is not enough to wake the sleeping residents. Oh no. Still broken, huh? You should be careful, Pumpkin. Clad in all black with a mask of the same color adorning his face, he slowly makes his way next to the sleeping figure. Oh, I'm asleep, okay. His reddish eyes bright, filled with adoring love. He reached out and stroked a finger against his beloved's cheek. Look at my sleepy sweetheart. Makes me wonder who supplies Hugo those sleeping pills. He lets out a low chuckle as he leans closer to Penny. Pulling down his mask, he leans forward, checking her face before continuing. He buries his face at the tip of her shoulders as he leaves a peck. He takes a deep inhale. He shakes as if he took a whiff of a dangerous and addictive drug. God, he's obsessed. He's insanely... ooh. His eyes bright as he examines every feature of his soulmate's face as he gives Penny's cheek a kiss. The heart's in his eyes. Fuck. You smell so good. Pardon me. He lifted her arm and watched as it flops down on. Deep in sleep, like Sleeping Beauty. How did the pills get in my system? He nibbles her neck, earning him a soft whimper from the sleeping individual. Oh no. This is not consensual. I can't give consent in this scenario. Why is it still hot though? He just chuckled. Quite ticklish, aren't you? And he kept going. He kissed and laughed on the same spot to the point a mark started to form. Is he an idiot? Those filthy scums think they could touch you. And here he is, touching me while I lay there unconscious. Is that better? His eyes slanted in anger. His grip on the edge of the bed tightens as he wrinkles the sheets, his breathing heavy. You're mine. No one else. You belong to me. If I ever see those bastards again, I'll kill them. Tucking a loose strand away from her face, he gives her a kiss on the forehead before landing another one of the corners of Penny's lips. A shiver ran down his spine at the contact, and as much as he would like to stay a bit longer, his time is due. He backs away as he covered his face once again with his face mask. He walked towards the ajar window, turning back one last time. Sorry about your window, Pumpkin. I'll make it up to you someday. He carefully opens the window again, and with that, he's gone. To be continued. What? That's the end? No! Are you serious? Okay, I think I have to go through my choices and see what other scenarios could happen if I choose something else, but this seems a little bit... This is crazy. I wonder what happens if I choose Crowe instead of Soul, like the entire day too. After he, doesn't kill him, of course. I'm gonna have to do that another time, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!